Attention! Stand at ease. Morning, troops. Welcome to Major Morgan's Post. We're going to start off the day with the verse of the day, and it's from Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is being sure of what we've hoped for and certain of what we do not see. And that is because God is all around us. We just have to have faith that He's there. The main reason we have faith is because we are here. God is all around us. We have faith, and He is always there. No matter what you do, you can't run, you can't hide. You can try, you can do whatever you want to do. He's always there. So today we're going to start off with the weird calendar celebration. Today is Pistol Day. On this date in 1836, Samuel Colt patented the Colt revolver and thus started the modern gun age. The first pistol he patented was a 6-cartridge revolver that was responsible for taking more lives than any other firearm in the history of mankind. On this day in history, the American Revolution, British surrender for Fort Sackville in 1779. Very important start of a turning point in the American Revolution. Communists take power in Czechoslovakia in 1948. A very big movie was released on this date in 2004, The Passion of the Christ. Enrique Caruso was born in 1873, called the greatest tenor who ever lived. Cassius Clay, better known as Muhammad Ali, started his pro career. He TKO'd Sonny Liston to win the championship. In sports, in men's basketball, college basketball, the top 10 go as followed. Florida is number 1, Wichita State number 2, Arizona is number 3, Syracuse number 4, Kansas number 5, Duke number 6, Louisville number 7, Villanova number 8, Creighton's number 9. And a side note with Creighton, Doug McDermott became one of the top 10 scorers in NCAA history. He's on par right now to pass Oscar Robertson, which is a feat in itself. The Big O was one of the best basketball players that ever lived in the NCAA. And number 10 is St. Louis. Last night's scores, Syracuse finally got back on track. They won 57-55 over Maryland. And Oklahoma got upended by Kansas University 83-76. Oklahoma is sliding. They're sliding fast. They're going to slide themselves right out of the tournament. Tonight's games, you have Virginia Tech versus number 6 Duke. Florida, number 1 versus Vandy. Iowa at number 20. They meet Minnesota in the Big Ten. Wichita State, who is number 2, takes on Bradley. Go watch for an upset on that one. Bradley is hard to guard when they're playing the top 20 teams. University of New Mexico, number 25 against Utah State. Indiana in the Big Ten versus Wisconsin at number 14. And the big surprise of the year, San Diego State, number 13, takes on San Jose State. Moving on to NHL. Tonight, season starts back up after the Olympics. Long lull for the NHL. Only one game on tap, though. It's Carolina versus Buffalo. In the NBA, Philly smoked by Milwaukee 130-110. Golden State got Detroit 104-96. Dallas edged the Knicks 110-108. Clippers beat New Orleans 123-110. And Boston fell to Utah 110-98. We're going to do a little segment called Odd Inventions. You see these things all the time. They're all around you. Stupid little things that you take for granted now that just sold millions and millions, and after a while you just wonder why the heck they sold anything. Number 10 on the list, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, but we'll leave it up to you. Goggles for dogs. They're called doggles. Why does a dog need goggles? That's my only question. At number 9, this is one that probably is in everybody's household, the Snuggie. Number 8, everybody has seen one of these. Probably 9 out of 10 people have used one. It's a Magic 8 Ball. Number 7, Anybody who has a dog probably has one of these or had one of them. It's a koosh ball. Number 6, I don't even remember seeing this, but it made the list. It's a plastic wishbone for making a wish with a turkey wishbone. So I guess you don't have to run out of them when you only have one turkey and 12 people sitting at the table. Number 5, the singing fish, Billy Bass. If you haven't owned one, you've seen it on TV. It was plastered everywhere. Number 4, I don't ever remember seeing this, but it's called Billy Bob teeth. They're real weird teeth that kids can get, play stupid games with, make themselves look like they're something they're not. And number 3, the Furby. I remember when my daughter was growing up, she had to have the Furby along with every one of her friends. Number 2, this is a foreign invention. It's a fake pet. It's a little electronic pet you have in your pocket. Tamagotchi. They say they're still around. I don't know. I've never even seen one. And number 1, this is the most amazing one of all time, is a pet rock. It debuted in 1975 at $3.95, was about $16 today. In 6 months, it sold more than 5 million pet rocks, raking in a profit of $56 million today's dollars. Who would have thought a yard full of rocks would have made somebody that much money, and all he had to do was paint them and put stupid expressions on her face? People bought the heck out of them. Unbelievable. People will buy anything. Now we're going to move on to the little segment for the best new cars. We recently went to the Pittsburgh Car Show, check out the new cars, and they're many and plentiful. There's a lot of different models, redesigns. Some redesigns aren't as good as other ones. Some of the redesigns actually stink. I mean, they're just horrible. And if you're man size, which I mean by 6 foot or above, you can't get into half of these new cars, especially the Fiat. But the best new car, according to the U.S. News, the affordable small car, which is they consider that under $20,000, it's a Mazda 3. The Mazda is owned by Ford, so we're going to call that an American car. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And the mid-size car, under $30,000, Ford Fusion Hybrid. In the large car category, which they consider under $35,000, the Chevy Impala. Are you noticing a trend here, people? They're all American cars. And this isn't biased. This is what they test. You know, every car is involved. I mean, any foreign car, any American car, Americans are just kicking butt. And the sports cars under $35,000, Mazda MX-5 Miata. And the convertibles under 35 grand, Mazda Miata. Wagons up to $40,000. This is the only foreigner on the list that made number 1. It's a Subaru Outback. And hybrids under $30,000. We're back to Ford Fusion, another American car. Oh, oh. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of my military news. Then we're going to take a break. The Obama administration has decided to review talks with Afghan Taliban in an effort to release the only known American soldier in captivity in exchange for the release of Taliban prisoners held at the U.S. detention facility in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Why is this guy still there? He's been there for years and no one's lifted a finger to get him out. What happened to No Man Left Behind, people? We're Americans. We should have been screaming at the top of our lungs to get him out of there. But he's still there. Write your congressmen, write your senators, get him out. We're going to do a little side note for military news. This is kind of a feel-good story. True story. A soldier returning from Afghanistan wanted to surprise his mother. Sergeant Ross Hobbs contacted his sister, Linda Tucker, and they set up a plan with the local Pizza Hut for him to deliver a pizza his sister ordered at the home of their mother, Katie Hobbs. As their mother watched his unit coming home on TV, she heard a knock at the door, and she finds her son standing there with the pizza. She's elated. She should be. Her son's home, all in one piece. Her quote was, "I can't even explain the absolute joy I saw when I saw his face," said Mrs. Hobbs. Well, good for the sergeant coming home. Sergeant Hobbs, hoorah, glad to see you home. Hopefully you stay home. They're supposedly ordering the troops out of Afghanistan now. On only about, what, 6 years after the promise was made. Sounds an awful lot like the Nixon administration, people. But that's for another day. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at 5 for 5, and we'll be back shortly.